I noticed the shadow on the third night. At first, I thought it belonged to something outside. A tree. A pole. Anything normal. It was standing in the corner of my bedroom. Tall. Still. Perfectly dark. The light from the street lamp leaked through my curtains, casting familiar shapes across the walls. But this one didn't move. It didn't flicker. It didn't stretch when cars passed by. It just stood there. I sat up in bed. The shadow didn't react. I turned on the lamp. The corner was empty. That should have been the end of it. But when I turned the light off again, the shadow was back. Closer. I didn't sleep much that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I felt watched. When morning came, the corner was empty again. I told myself it was exhaustion. Stress does strange things when you don't rest. The next night, the shadow returned. This time, it wasn't in the corner. It was beside the door. Still silent. Still watching. I turned on the light. Gone. Off again. Back. Closer. I tried sleeping with the lights on. The shadow didn't appear. But neither did my dreams. By the fourth night, I knew something was wrong. Because when the shadow appeared, it had depth. Edges. Shape. It looked almost human. I whispered, "Hello?" The shadow leaned forward. Not stepped. Leaned. I screamed and turned the light on. Nothing. Just walls. Just silence. Just me shaking. I moved the bed to the center of the room. No corners. No dark spaces. That night, the shadow stood at the foot of the bed. Close enough that the darkness felt cold. Heavy. Like it was pressing into the air. I could feel it breathing. Slow. Patient. I didn't look at it. I knew if I did, something would happen. I don't know how I knew. I just did. A voice filled the room. Not from the shadow. From inside my head. You see me better every night. I slept with the lights on after that. Every light. Every lamp. Every screen. But shadows exist wherever light doesn't reach. And on the seventh night, I woke up in complete darkness. The power was out. The shadow was no longer standing. It was kneeling beside my bed. Its head was tilted. Like it was studying me, learning me. I felt its hand touch mine. Cold. Solid. Real. I screamed. The lights came back. The room was empty. That was a year ago. I don't sleep in the dark anymore. I don't sleep much at all. Because sometimes, when I wake up, I don't see the shadow. And that's when I know, it's standing behind me. I learned not to move when I woke up like that. No shadows on the walls. No shape in the corners. Just the feeling. The certainty. I could feel it behind me, not touching. Not breathing. Just present. As if space itself was aware of it. My reflection in the window didn't match my movements. When I shifted slightly, the reflection stayed still for a moment longer than it should have. Then it smiled. I hadn't. A whisper brushed against my ear. Not sound. Pressure. You're learning where I stand. I squeezed my eyes shut. If I couldn't see it, maybe it couldn't see me. That was a mistake. The mattress dipped. Slowly. Deliberately. Like someone sitting down. I felt fingers curl into the sheets beside me, cold. Heavy. Patient. The voice returned. Clearer now. Closer. Every night, you let me closer. I turned the lamp on. Light exploded into the room. The bed was empty. No fingerprints. No weight. Nothing. But the shadow didn't disappear. It had moved. It clung to me. When I stood, it stood. When I walked, it followed. Not on the walls. Not on the floor. Inside my outline. People began to notice. They'd hesitate when talking to me, stare a second too long. Ask if I was feeling okay. One night, I caught my reflection again. This time, it didn't lag. It moved first. Its mouth opened. The words came out silently. I'm already here. I don't sleep in my bed anymore. I don't turn the lights off. I don't stand in front of mirrors. Because the shadow doesn't need darkness now. It doesn't need distance. It learned me, and one night soon, when I wake up, there won't be room for both of us. Around 2:17 a.m. he walked past it on the way to the kitchen. And froze. The room behind him was dark. But the reflection wasn't. In the mirror, the room was lit. Not brightly. But softly. Like moonlight filtered through curtains that didn't exist. He turned around. The real room stayed dark. He looked back at the mirror. The light was still there. And then he noticed something worse. In the reflection, the window was open. In reality, it was closed. Locked. He stepped closer. The mirror didn't copy his movement exactly. It was slower. Delayed. As if it needed time to decide what to show. Outside the reflected window, someone was standing. A figure. Tall. Scratches on the walls that didn't exist yet. A door at the end of the hallway, open. On the third night, the mirror showed him. But not standing where he was. In the reflection, he was closer to the mirror.